ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యా రంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Good morning, welcome back. Today's topic is oxo acids of halogen. Oxo acids of halogen. Halogens form four different series. Four different series of oxo acids. They are represented with the general formula HXO, HXO2, HXO3, HXO4. So these are the four different series: HXO, HXO2, HXO3, HXO4. So let us study which halogen forms which oxo acid, particular oxo acid. Now most of these oxo acids, they cannot be isolated in pure form, right? So alane isolate cheyalem, alane prepare chesi separate cheyalem. They either exist in solution or in the form of salt. So oxo acids, most of the oxo acids of halogen, they cannot be isolated in pure form because they generally mostly they are unstable. So mostly they exist in solution state or in the form of their salts. So let us start with fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Right. So fluorine forms HFO or HOF series. Chlorine also forms HClO, HBrO, HIO, or you can write HOCl. Right. Remaining oxo acids are not formed by fluorine. So fluorine only forms HOF, HXO type of acid. Chlorine forms all acids HClO2, HClO3, HClO4. Bromine, iodine do not form second acid series HBrO3, HBrO4. Similarly iodine, so even you can write the oxidation state. Oxidation state of halogen. So here fluorine always carries minus 1, right? Remaining they carry +1. Here it is +1, +3, +5, +7. So mostly this is the oxidation state of halogen: +1, +3, +5, +7. So we will study how you will get that. So if you come to the naming, the HXO series, they are called as hypohalous acid. Hypohalous acid. The second series HXO2 called as halous acid. Halous acid. The third series HXO3 halic acid. Halic acid. And the fourth series they are called as perhalic acid. Perhalic acid. HXO series: hypohalous acid, halous acid, halic acid, perhalic acid. Coming to their anions, this is name of the oxo acid, name of oxo acids of halogen. Now even you can write the name of oxo anions, oxo acid anions, oxo anions of halogens. So in the first case, hypohalous acid, in the place of OUS you have to write ITE, hypohalite. Hypohalite ion, XO minus. In the case of halous, OUS is replaced with ITE, halite ion, halite ion, XO2 minus, halite ion. Ic, halate, IC is replaced with ATE, halate ion, halate ion, XO3 minus. Hic, here also you have ic, it is replaced with ATE, perhalate ion. So one important point, all of these are monobasic acids, they contain only one ionizable hydrogen. So the names, you can see this OUS, in the name of the acid containing OUS indicates that the halogen is present in lower oxidation state. The name of the acid, if it ends with ic, indicates that halogen is present in higher oxidation state, +5, +7, here +1, +3. If the name of the acid ends with OUS, the name of its anion, right, OUS is replaced with ITE. In the name of the anion, the OUS is replaced with ITE. If the name of the acid ends with ic, it is replaced with ATE, violating the name of its anion. So this is the introduction. Chlorine forms all the oxo acid. So in our syllabus we have oxo acids of chlorine. So we will try to concentrate on with respect to chlorine only. So if I write the oxo acids of chlorine, the first one HClO, its anion is ClO minus, its salt is NaClO. NaClO. So the name of this acid is hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid. So let us add it. So we study one by one for chlorine, oxo acids of chlorine. The first one HClO. HClO is called as hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid. Its anion is ClO minus. It is called hypochlorite ion. Hypochlorite ion. So if I write the salt NaClO or NaOCl, both are same. Sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite. This is the name of acid, its anion and salt. So let us study the hybridization, etc. The central atom, here for us the central atom is chlorine. So with respect to chlorine we are studying. So chlorine is halogen, its electronic configuration is Ns2Np5, general electronic configuration for halogens is Ns2Np5. So when I come to chlorine it reduces to, it becomes 3s2 3p5. So chlorine, starting with chlorine, neon 10, 12 plus 5, 17. So 3s2 3p5. So if I write the ground state electronic configuration, the ground state electronic configuration 3s2 3p5. So it possesses one unpaired electron. So in ground state halogen can form one bond. In HClO, chlorine forms one bond with oxygen. So let us assume this is the electron of oxygen. This is the electron of oxygen, right? So we have one s orbital, 3 p orbitals involving in bonding. So the hybridization will be sp3 hybridization. These three will remain as lone pair, 3 lone pairs, 1 bond pair on the chlorine atom, right. So if I write the structure of right, so chlorine, right, this is oxygen, this is hydrogen. So we have 3 lone pairs, 1, 2, 3. So chlorine undergoes sp3 hybridization. Of course, oxygen also undergoes sp3 hybridization. It has 2 lone pairs. So if I write ClO minus structure, so chlorine, oxygen with a negative charge, these are the 3 lone pairs on chlorine. So the structure is linear. Hybridization is sp3, 3 lone pairs and 1 bond pair on chlorine atom, right. Now coming to bond order. So you cannot write any resonating structures for this ClO. There is only 1 bond and 1 resonating structure. So bond order is 1 by 1. 1 bond by 1 resonating structure equal to 1. Coming to the next one, the second acid, that is HClO2. It is called as chlorous acid. The name of the acid is chlorous acid. If I write the anion ClO2 minus, right, this is called chloride ion. So if I write the salt, sodium salt, NaClO2, we call it as sodium chloride. Now this is sodium hypochlorite, here it is sodium chloride. Right. So here oxidation state, oxygen is more electronegative than chlorine, you can write if you want. Already we have studied this, the oxidation state is +1. So coming to this, chlorine is bonded to 2 oxygens, 1 oxygen forms 2 bonds, right. So there is 1 hydrogen. So altogether the 2 oxygen forms 2 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. So we require 3 unpaired electron. In ground state there is only 1 unpaired electron. In the ground state of chlorine there is only 1 unpaired electron. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the ground state. So here we go for first excited state of chlorine. So what happens? One of the chlorine is promoted to higher energy d orbital. So what we get here is right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it will be excited. We have 3 unpaired electrons in the chlorine in the first excited state. So 2 chlorines, they form 2 sigma bonds Two chlorines, they form two sigma bonds. Two sigma bonds. One chlorine forms pi bond. One chlorine forms pi bond. So here these electrons are used to form pi bond, right? Which orbital it is? D orbital. Chlorine uses d orbital. Chlorine uses d orbital. Oxygen doesn't have any d orbital. It has to use p orbital itself. So chlorine uses d orbital, but oxygen has to use only p orbital because it doesn't have d orbital. So it becomes d pi p pi bond or p pi d pi bond. Chlorine uses d orbital to form the pi bond, whereas oxygen uses p orbital. D pi p pi bond, chlorine oxygen bond. So anyway, so let us see the hybridization. Number of lone pairs, 1 lone pair. Number of bond pairs, sigma bond pairs you have to count 1, 2, right? 2 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs. So the hybridization will be sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization, 2 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs. So if you write the structure and the oxidation state, how many electrons of chlorine are involving? 1, 2, 3. So the oxidation state of chlorine is plus 3. Right. So coming to the structure, chlorine, right. How many oxygens? 2 oxygens. Double bond O, H. So let us indicate 2 bond pairs, lone pairs, 1, 2. If you want, you can write p orbital like this, sp3 orbital, right. So you can see there is a pi bond here. The pi bond is formed by chlorine uses d orbital, oxygen uses p orbital. So there is one d pi p pi bond. So if I write the anion, so if I break this OH bond, there is one ionizable hydrogen, therefore it is monobasic acid. So if I remove this hydrogen, taking this adding this electron to oxygen, because it is more electron negative, I will get a negative charge here. Chlorine, and the bond angle is found to be 111 degrees. 111 degrees. So coming to the structure, right. So sp3 hybridization, 2 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs, therefore it should be angular in shape. It has angular shape plus 3 oxidation state. So let us count the bond order. Let us count the bond order. So we have to see the resonating structures. Okay, I will write here itself. So this negative charge involves in resonance. Because of the resonance, how to calculate bond order? Select any one bond, particular bond. I am selecting this chlorine and oxygen. In the first resonating structure, there are 2 resonating structures. This is first one and this is the second one. In the first resonating structure, I have selected this bond, this chlorine oxygen bond. In the first resonating structure, how many bonds are there? 1 sigma bond, 1 pi bond. So between this chlorine and oxygen, there are 2 bonds in the first resonating structure. If I go to the second one, the same bond I have to take, this chlorine and oxygen. How many bonds are there? Only 1. So in the first resonating structure, there are 2 bonds. In the second resonating structure, there is 1 more bond. So total, there are 3 bonds. In these 2 resonating structures, there are 3 bonds. Therefore, how do you calculate bond order? Bond order is equal to number of bonds between 2 atoms. Number of bonds between 2 atoms in all resonating structure. So here 2, here 1, total 3. 2 plus 1, 3. By number of resonating structures, that is 2, which is equal to 1.5. Number of bonds between any 2 atoms in all resonating structures by number of resonating structures, you can calculate bond order of polyatomic molecules. So between these two bonds, I have selected this bond. In the first resonating structure, there are two bonds. In the second resonating structure, between same atoms, there is only one bond. So total number of bonds between these two atoms in two resonating structure is 3 by number of resonating structures are 2. So 3 by 2 is 1.5. That means the bond order lies between one sigma bond and double bond. So this is about HClO2. So let us go for the third one. Now what is the third one? HClO3. We call it as halic acid, that is chloric acid. Its anion ClO3 minus halate ion. Halate ion means chlorate. Chlorate ion. If I take sodium salt, NaClO3, sodium chlorate, we will get sodium chlorate. Halogen is bonded to 3 oxygen, each oxygen bonds forms 2 bonds. So there is one hydrogen, that means one oxygen forms a bond with hydrogen and chlorine, remaining 2 oxygen has to form 2 pi bonds. So altogether for each oxygen 2 electrons. Out of 3, one oxygen forms 1 bond with chlorine. So 2 into 2 plus 4 plus 1, 5. We require 5 unpaired electrons. In the first excited state of chlorine, we have only 3 unpaired electrons. To get 5 unpaired electrons, I have to go for second excited state. So ground state electronic configuration of chlorine. So this is the ground state I require. I am writing directly second excited state of chlorine. You can write first, then go for second, no problem. Right. In the first excited, this is promoted here. In the second excited, the another p orbital paired electron will be excited. So these two becomes unpaired. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So 3 oxygens uses 3 electrons to form sigma bonds. 2 oxygen uses 2 electrons to form pi bonds. Right. So here this is the hybridization. You should not count pi electrons. So once again I will write here. So 3 sigma bonds. This is 2 pi bonds. So there is one lone pair here, as you can see. So hybridization, number of sigma bonds plus lone pairs. 3 plus 1, 4. So sp3 hybridization. The chlorine undergoes sp3. In all the oxo acids, chlorine undergoes sp3 hybridization. Right. So here, when I come to this, right, there are 2. Chlorine uses d orbital. These are d orbital. Oxygen doesn't have, so it uses p orbital. There are 2 d pi p pi bonds. There are 2 d pi p pi bonds. Now chlorine involves how many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, oxidation state of chlorine must be equal to plus 5. Because chlorine is more electronegative, that is how you assign the oxidation state. So chlorine involves 5 unpaired electrons in the bonding, right? Therefore, based upon the electronegativity, I can say that oxidation state of chlorine is plus 5. So if I write the structure of chlorine, I have to arrange 3 oxygens. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3. So there is one lone pair. If I want to show that one lone pair also, so here I can write one lone pair. So this is also monobasic acid, monobasic acid. So if I remove this hydrogen, right, the structure becomes, so if I don't write, I am not indicating this lone pair, double bond O, double bond, okay, I will write here. This is the lone pair on the chlorine, and this is the structure. So 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So the structure must be pyramidal. The shape of the molecule is pyramidal. Now let us find the bond order. Same concept, possible, I have to write the number of possible resonating structures. So these electrons are migrated by electrons. The negative charge becomes pi bond, the pi bond becomes negative here. So chlorine double bond O, negative charge. Second resonating structure, the third one, so these are the possible resonating structure. So let us consider one bond. If I consider this ClO bond, here I have to consider the same ClO bond. Total number of resonating structures possible 3. Let us count the number of bonds. These 2 atoms I am taking. In this resonating structure there is only one bond. In this resonating structure between the same atoms there are 2 bonds. In the next resonating structure between the same atoms there are 2 bonds. 1 plus 2 plus 2, total 5 bonds. Right, number of resonating structures 3. Therefore bond order is number of bonds between same atoms in all the resonating structures, that is 5, 1 plus 2 plus 2, by total number of resonating structures 1, 2, 3. So this is 5 by 3. So it is approximately 1.67. So this is one pi bond, oxygen uses p orbital, chlorine uses d orbital. This is another pi bond, oxygen uses p orbital, chlorine uses d orbital. So this is d pi, p pi, d pi, p pi. So there are 2 d pi, p pi bonds. In all this, chlorine atom undergoes sp3 hybridization. So coming to the next one, that is HClO4. So this is perchloric acid, perchloric acid. If I write the anion ClO4 minus, perchlorate ion. If I write the sodium salt NaClO4, sodium perchlorate, sodium perchlorate. Right, chlorine forms bonds with 4 oxygen. So 3 oxygen forms 3 sigma and 3 pi bonds, 6 electrons. The other oxygen forms 1 sigma, 6 plus 1 7. So you require 7 unpaired electrons. In the second excited state of chlorine, there are 5 unpaired electrons, but still you have 1 lone pair. Therefore, you have to go for third excited state. So I am writing the ground state of chlorine. So directly I am writing third excited state of chlorine. So all the electrons should be unpaired. Right. So there are 4 chlorines, 4 chlorine form. Right. So 0 lone pairs, 4 bond pairs. 4 bond pairs plus 0 lone pairs. Right. So the oxidation state, how many unpaired electrons of chlorine are involved? 7 unpaired electrons, therefore oxidation state of chlorine must be, oxidation state of chlorine is plus 7. Coming to the structure of perchloric acid, Cl, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. Say mono basic acid, right, has 4 sigma bonds, 3 pi bonds. So the shape is tetrahedral, with a bond angle of approximately 104.5 degrees. Here also you can write bond angle approximately 106 degrees. So if I write the anion, right, so writing the resonating structures, so this negative charge becomes pi bond, the pi bond becomes negative charge here. The negative charge becomes pi bond, this pi bond becomes negative charge. And the next resonating structure, so here what happens? The negative charge becomes pi bond becomes negative charge. So these are the possible resonating structure, delocalization of negative charge. It is delocalized on all the atoms. So more the number of resonating structures, more will be the delocalization, more stable will be the anion. Right. Anyway, let us concentrate on bond order. So how do you calculate bond order? Number of bonds between 2 atoms in all resonating structures by number of resonating structures. How many resonating structures we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 resonating structures. Let us calculate number of bonds between 2 atoms in all resonating structure. I am selecting these 2 atoms, chlorine and oxygen. How many bonds are there? 1 bond in the first resonating structure. In the second resonating structure there are 2 bonds. In the third resonating structure there are 2 bonds. In the fourth resonating structure there are 2 bonds. So altogether if I add, what I will get? 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, total 7 bonds. So number of bonds between 2 atoms in all the resonating structure is equal to 7. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 by total number of resonating structures. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will get around 1.75. So this is about the explanation of structures, right? You can see all are monobasic acids, and we have calculated the bond order. We have written bond angle, shape, oxidation state, number of lone pairs, bond pairs, number of pi bonds, and the hybridization. In all the oxacids, the central atom halogen undergoes sp3 hybridization only. Shape changes from linear to angular, angular to pyramidal, pyramidal to tetrahedral. Right. So let us study some points related to the stability of oxoacids. So the first one is thermal stability. Thermal stability of oxoacids of halogen. With respect to chlorine, let us study. What is thermal stability? We take the compound, we heat it. Why we are heating? We are supplying energy, we are increasing the temperature. So because of this heat, right, at some point sufficient energy will be available to break the bonds. The temperature where all the bonds in a molecule are broken, we call it as decomposition temperature. If this decomposition temperature is high, then it is thermally stable. If it is less, then it is thermally less stable. So when the decomposition temperature will be high, if the number of bonds are more, if the bond energy is more, then the thermal stability will be more, because it decomposes at high temperature, because you have to supply more energy. If the bonds are weak, or if it has less bonds, then you have to supply less energy. That means its thermal decomposition will be its decomposition temperature will be less, therefore thermal stability will be less. So simply we can say that thermal stability is proportional to bond energy, or directly proportional to number of bonds. So thermal stability here. So if I see HClO, HClO2, HClO3, HClO4. The energy required to break all the bonds, let us assume. So as you can see, with increase in the oxidation state of central atom, the number of bonds associated also increases, right? Thereby the energy required to break all the bond increases. That means thermal stability increases. So thermal stability increases with increase in the oxidation state of central atom. Thermal stability increases in this order, or if you want to write out the order, HClO less than HClO2 less than HClO3 less than HClO4. The same thing you can write further, anions ClO minus, ClO2 minus, ClO3 minus, ClO4 minus. Once again, thermal stability is nothing but the temperature where the molecule decomposes. It is the temperature related to bond energy. Higher the bond energy, higher will be the thermal stability. So you can see that HClO4 has more bonds, you have to supply more energy to break all the bonds, hence it is thermally stable. HClO has a less bonds, therefore you have to supply less energy, therefore it is thermally less stable. Therefore thermal stability increases with increase in the oxidation state of central atom. Here it is +1, +3, +5, +7. The anions also follow same order. Right. So this is about thermal stability. Right, next one, oxidizing power. Oxidizing power. So it is inversely proportional to stability. It is inversely proportional to stability. Just now we have to study. We have studied the stability, right? So here it readily decomposes to give nascent oxygen. Therefore, its oxidizing power will be more. It do not decomposes easily. Therefore, its oxidizing power will be less. So the oxidizing power order is opposite, ClO minus, ClO2 minus. This thermally less stable, readily decompose to release the oxygen, thereby it acts as good oxidizing agent. Thermally more stable, decomposes at high temperature, right? Therefore it is not a good oxidizing agent when compared to ClO. Therefore oxidizing power is more for ClO minus than ClO4, or oxidizing power is more for HClO than HClO4. What is oxidizing power? Ability to oxidize. When it will oxidize, right? If it readily accepts electron, if it readily provides oxygen. Here there is oxygen. but here you have 4 oxygen. You should not count with respect to number of oxygen atom. You have to see, right, the ease with which it can release the nascent oxygen. Here it releases easily compared to HClO4, right, because its stability is less. Why its stability is less? Because the number of bonds are less. It is unstable in fact. Therefore, it readily